respect the game.
Welcome back again to another Respect the Game podcast on our Neutral Voices. Good to be back. How y'all doing today, fellas?
I'm good, man. This is, like you said, it's good to be back.
Yeah, it is. I would have worn my sunglasses. I knew you was going to wear that bright shirt.
Man. I'm trying to brighten the energy on set. You know, bring some color and some thriving.
Okay, but just give a brother some notice next time.
Well, you know, mine do change. Mine do change.
Ain't changing right now. Though,
how's the audience out there doing? And thank you for being a part of this great podcast show. We got some interesting things we want to talk about, and hopefully you guys seen it on the Facebook and things. As far as like you could send in some comments to us, and we'll try to do some answering. You know, some of the questions that was brought to us if there's some out there. So we're gonna dive right in, and you know,
all right.
The one thing that we was talking about is our kids being competitive.
Competitive, definitely. So I feel like today's society, like just overall, me watching girls basketball or boys basketball, I feel like the competitiveness has went down. Just personally, like it's not the same. I know y'all used to always talk about packed houses and things like that. It's just not the same energy. Like the crowd, not even the same energy. And so I just feel as though, like, what shift that? I'm not certain what shift that, but like, it's definitely a different environment.
Okay, look, before I answer that, I'm going to say, you up here with this Oregon girl. Oregon just played IU last night in basketball. See, you got the football shirt, but they just played in basketball. And I watched the game. They cheated the heck out of the Hoosiers.
Oh, man.
22 fouls to 7 in a physical ball game. So I'm just going to put that because we are in Hoosier land.
We are.
You
we
up
are.
here rocking Oregon. Okay,
Hey.
But then the next, I know you was talking about, stuff being down as to where it was. What years are you talking about? Because I know you came in from Detroit, so you've been here for however long. What period are you talking?
I feel like I've been here for at least 10 years now. And I've been to some high school basketball games, and I feel as though I didn't start going to high school basketball games here until I was out of college. But even college, like basketball has, like it seems as though it's come down. Like it's not, the competitiveness is not there. Now you got kids bandwagoning, jumping on the same teams because they want to go to where the good players at, instead of, like you said, wanting to defend that good player, wanting to be the best, like build our own team.
Okay, so you said the competitiveness has been down. I thought people talk about the NBA and they talk about where it's going with the 3-ball and things of that nature. And it's kind of, taking something from the game. But I think, when I watch high school games, and again, when you talk about competitiveness, there's a lot of good coaches around here that, are running things, and the kids, are buying in. So, I see the fact that they're competitive.
Okay.
I thought maybe you would stay, even go down the road, if you want to say talent-wise, in which a lot of people, and I kind of do too, judge talent based off the number of Division I players that we had. We've been fortunate to have a lot of big-time college guys come through here, college young ladies come through here, whereas right now we may not have that, that Big Ten caliber athlete that's playing. But it's a whole bunch of kids that are going to play at the next level.
Okay.
It depending on what level that is.
Yeah, and I'm agreeing with that, Jay, as far as like the talent wise, because
when you say agree with talent, are you saying talent is good or?
Well, it's average.
Oh, okay.
But here's the thing, if I could.
Go ahead,
let
finish.
you know. But no, here's the thing, as far as like with the talent. When in the olden days, wasn't no freshmen playing on the varsity level. To where now, freshmen, everybody having an opportunity because of the level of the playing field. So
So freshmen are better than seniors. Is that why we putting the freshmen in places that? I
They
mean, you
could
got freshmen on your varsity team,
they
right?
could compete. They could compete with seniors. You know, they have
The skill level.
the skill level to play. I mean, I'm just saying.
So is skill and competitiveness? Are you putting that in the same caliber? I guess that's what I'm trying to.
No, I'm not. That's why I said when you say competitiveness, that's something completely different. I mean, when I think of competitiveness, I think of an all-star game, something like that. Guys just, hey,
Just
you
as
shoot,
good.
I shoot.
Okay.
Nobody's up competing, not worried about a win or a loss. When you compete, you're going out there, you're trying to win. I don't care what your skill level is. You can go down to the Y and see 5 guys on their lunch break,
Playing hard
from the
as ever.
factory and, from whatever office that they work at, going at it. They can be as competitive as can be. Skill might not be where it is. So that's what I'm saying. I look at it, 2 different ways. And that's why I said, from a talent perspective, and when he talks about the old days, just to put it in perspective, there was once upon a time in Fort Wayne, you go watch any high school game that was going on, and there's going to be no less than 2 kids from each school that's Division I caliber.
Right.
That's the level in which we were at. Then you can roll it back. I mean, even to like, recent history. I mean, if you turn on the TV right now and you watch and you see the number of Big Ten kids from Fort Wayne that are playing. I mean, that's, Fletcher Lawyer, Luke Goody, Big Caleb First, Connor Season. I mean, all these guys were, in SAC from Fort Wayne. Jalen Jackson, what he's doing at Purdue Fort Wayne.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you turn on, these guys all were, in these circles.
Yeah.
And so when you that level of talent, those guys were competitive. So that's what I'm saying. I'm not gonna say I can get what you're saying.
Okay.
But I just, like I said, maybe
Skill
from
level.
a skill
Yeah, I
perspective,
see what you're saying.
and if we're using it simply by my metric of who's going to that next level, that I would
That's
say
when
yeah,
down.
we're down.
Okay.
But with that said too, and we've discussed that before on this show, the whole climate has changed anyway. Because
Yeah.
in college you got the portal. So our high school kids, if you're not that blue chipper, that 5-star, you're not going to go to college. You know what they're going to do? You're going, I mean, not college, but to a Division I.
Yeah.
You're going to go NAIA somewhere, D2,
And then
and play,
transfer.
prove your point, prove yourself, and then hey, you do what you do. Then them guys, they're gonna come and they're gonna visit. They'll find you that way. But the high school kids,
So
transfer.
with the high school level, let's go back with the high school level. There's a lot of young players playing on the varsity level, at numerous schools. So the level of competitiveness is going to be going on for a while, at least the next 2 years, where you got talented all across the city. So
I feel like they give up too, though. Like, back to the competitiveness, where you watching a game where you potentially thought the skill level was good, and maybe the guys aren't playing as hard as they should be playing, and they kind of give up on even trying hard because they like, man, they too good. Like, they don't got that get down and grit. Like, let's go get it. Let's rough them up if we have to. Like,
Right.
I don't see that energy, and that's
okay. Well, let me ask you this: you watch NBA?
yeah.
Okay, tell me about them games. What do you see in them games?
They do the same thing.
Okay,
You're
they
right.
mirror, and that's the thing. Kids mirror.
Right.
It's a lot of stuff that goes on at the professional ranks and the college ranks, and it trickles down.
yeah,
I tell them all the time. There's things I get on my kids for, ball watching or
Right.
not having their butt to the
Standing.
baseline,
Yeah.
stuff like that. Then I'll turn on and I'll watch a Big Ten game or I watch NBA
Doing
game,
the same
and I'm
thing.
looking at them guys. These guys making big money. Like we include the college guys now.
Yeah, they
They're
making big money.
and they're doing things that we're demanding from our high school kids. And I'm like, man, I need to shut the heck up because
Right.
these cats getting paid to do what they do. My kids,
Right,
so,
right.
yeah.
so yeah.
That's a tough bargain, man. How can we change that, though? I mean, like, if it was something we could do to change that, it got to start at that top level, at the NBA level.
Well, I mean, just
Not that.
like you said, because again, if you go to certain programs or again, certain teams, look at Golden State. Golden State do what they do. They play basketball. They pass and cut and move and they compete.
Right.
You have certain teams. It's all about that culture that's established
From
by
the
that
coach.
coach.
Yeah.
So whether it's NBA, whether it's college, whether it's at high school, it's that culture that is established by that coach. And that's what you're going to see, because otherwise, if they don't establish that culture, or I mean, you get a lot of young guys that's coaching. I mean, again, that's out there. They feel a certain kind of way. Basketball is different from the way, when you talk about the old school, when you talk about analytics and shooting the 3-ball and layups and no in between, that's a whole different way of playing.
Yeah.
When you look at NBA games, and one of the reasons people talk about the popularity is going down, you got one team was 3 for 43, another team was 4 for 38. I mean, that's entertaining, but that's the game.
Watch them
And that's
missing all these shots.
Look at college games. You'll see a team get blew out, and then you'll see that same team that blew somebody out will get blown out. Why? Because they was off, but they relied on that jumper. And if that's all you're doing, that's how you're going to get those wide margins.
So you have mentioned about players going to teams, the best teams already, instead of going to compete against them.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that. What was you?
So the reason I said that is because everybody wants to play for that championship team, and that's what I keep seeing now. Obviously, he said mimicking the NBA.
Yeah.
We want to go team up with the big 3, the big 5, and try to get our championship.
But here's the thing: you going over there, you doing what? You watching?
Sitting on the bench, but you winning. You getting a
Are you winning?
championship. That's what they think.
Oh, okay.
That's
well,
what I'm saying.
okay,
Change that surface level, because that's what they think.
But please understand this terminology. You ain't winning. You watching somebody else win. You just there.
That's how they felt in the
Watching the
Olympics,
game.
man.
Oh no,
exactly
you
right.
right.
You're right,
But
man.
They wasn't happy either.
Hey, but to your point, there are people that will go to a superpower and be cool with Jason Taylor's role, be cool with Halliburton's role.
Yeah.
Whereas them guys is upset, but it's a big.
Yeah.
I'm here. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Halliburton took it better than Tatum.
Yeah.
But again, that's an all-star team, and that's a short term. But there literally are people that are excited to go and just to say, "Oh yeah, we whooped y'all. Yeah, we did."
Yeah.
Man, you ain't come out your warm up.
Yeah.
What you talking about?
Yeah, right.
What you. So you pass up opportunity to be a key contributor, to go somewhere where you got the best seat in the house as the number 1 fan.
Yeah.
And you cool with that.
The coaches accept that though too. Like, you gonna not
Well, the
take the best
coach-
players or players over.
No, they're gonna take them to. I'm just saying they're gonna take them to weaken you.
Correct. That's
to weaken their opponent.
Yeah.
Think about it. Yeah. I mean, yeah.
They don't want no competition.
Some guys will. Some coaches will tell you, like, man, I don't know why you
we
come
full
over here.
over here.
Yeah,
Our staff
you need
full.
to go over. You need to, take
Stay
your
where
butt
you
over.
are, yeah.
There's other guys that, to his point, like, yeah, come on over here. Hey, be straight selling the pipe dream to somebody.
I'll give you a minute. I'll give you a minute.
Was it like that back in the day?
No.
I'm saying, like, was it the coaches more
Well,
negotiable?
We couldn't
No, there was
move
no
around.
negotiation.
Oh,
No
okay,
negotiation.
okay.
Back in the day, you went where your boundaries were.
So
Little
you couldn't
No.
say you transferring and talk to the
No, no,
coach.
no.
all a new phenomenon. Yeah, you
okay.
had certain cases, and again, they up checking, making sure you where you're supposed to be. So no, this is something
Yeah,
that's
we're
just come
gonna
about.
leave that conversation alone.
And the fact, but here's the thing. It's funny that you say that, because we've always had movement since I've been back. Since when I get back 92, but now we just had I ain't gonna say a bill, but a rule that has passed, a transfer portal basically for high school.
Yeah.
Just a couple weeks ago. So now, to your point, it's gonna be
You can
some
play
people,
the same season.
Yeah, you allow a one-time transfer. I mean, there's still some kinks and things to be ironed out.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, it's gonna be some people, getting sold pipe dreams.
And I'm
going
very
over.
disappointed with that one.
Okay.
Because, we're not teaching our kids to
Stay in the situation.
be competitive,
Okay.
to be loyal,
To be loyal, definitely.
and not be jumping from one place to another, because it's a life learned lesson as well.
Yeah.
When you getting into that, people selling you
That can go, for relationships, for anything, that can go, that's transferable skill.
Yeah,
Man.
and I mean, at the end of the day, a little adversity, that builds character. That's part of development and growing, especially
Staying
at
in
that age.
that situation that ain't right.
And what
for
we
you.
got to understand, when you say jumping around, go over place to place, it ain't gonna be the jump around, go over place. You get one move. I mean, that's even like now when you see guys move. And to our point, guys was going, and you sitting there, you seventh bed of the bench, and you just there, you stuck. You can't go nowhere else. They're not gonna allow you to move. You're not gonna go, or, you know,
you moved there to be on the bench.
You ain't gonna go to 5 different
This ain't
schools.
college.
This ain't college.
Okay.
Ain't gonna be like that. It's one. So that's the thing. I just, you know, people need to make sure that I think we said it again before. Do your homework, because all situations, I'm not going to sit there, you know, somebody, you in a messed up situation, or somebody is, you know, loaded and everybody your same grade. I mean, ain't no way I'm
never play, man.
So, I mean, I understand that type of stuff. But to y'all point, here you are, you in a program, you get minutes. Hey, let me go over here and try to get over here, because I think that, man, that is what I think what you guys are speaking to, you know.
And that's, to me, I don't agree with it. You know, it's just.
That's good. That's good.
I think it should.
So from the coaching standpoint, you would say something like, "Hey, man, we stacked over here. We got everybody we need." Or you still taking that good player from the other team? Knowing y'all fairly well.
That is a great question to me.
Okay.
Because you know, you go both ways. You know,
like,
do you not take that person?
You already got a big though. We working on developing him.
I'm
answering for you. I don't talk to nobody. You show up. You know, but at the end of the day, but again, like I said, once the kinks is ironed out, then we figure this out. But for the most part, that's just it. I'm not having people make up their own mind, which is
Here's the
funny.
tough question. So I'm sorry. If there was a guy on your team that's been on your team for maybe about 3 years, and he's a post player or he's the top guard or whatever on your team, but some guy comes in from some other league, like, hey, I'm transferring over there because I feel like I'm a play, you know. But this been your main dude. Is you gonna drop him for the?
Now that's beautiful that you asked that question, because that is a big issue, and you know there have been coaches that have left big cities, went to smaller communities, and did just that. Was bringing in different guys from out, not understanding just what you just said. These folks from this little community whose kid that came up, and they didn't got it earmarked. Hey, junior should be ready to start by time his 11th grade year roll around.
It out.
But then here you done brought in this high caliber guy.
Yep. I'm hurt.
Yeah, there's some people that are upset. But now it's funny that you say that, because the first thing you led with, you talked about competitiveness, right?
Okay.
So
got to compete for that spot.
So now we bring it in. What's your point? Beat him out.
You've been here longer, but that don't mean you earned the spot.
Yeah,
like,
so
okay. That's
so
competitive.
That's the part, and that's what people. But you exactly right. And there's a certain amount. I mean, you got to be loyal to your kids. I would think in that scenario, you give them first dibs.
Mm-hmm.
And understand this: your crowd ain't gonna like what you doing
if you just bring the new guy.
If you bringing the new guy in and. Cause you done heard it in the stand.
He getting buckets though. Look,
that's what I was gonna say.
They brought in Jimmy buckets over here, man.
We're talking about parents now. We're talking about them being loyal to the program. I'm just saying.
No. Parents play a big role. I agree, man.
You say no?
They putting their money in and they support.
Listen to me while y'all over here talking. So you telling me?
Okay, let's hear
parents,
it, man.
just like we talking about, that are willing to move their kid to a championship team. You gonna play this guy just because he's 11th grade, but my son who just came in is better, or this kid could get us 28 again.
Did you recruit him?
You gonna play it. You gonna play a kid that's only gonna get me 2. You think the parents? No, the only it's gonna be people disgruntled. That kid's parents gonna be disgruntled.
He worked
but other
hard.
kids. Other kids' parents, they're about the W's. I've seen it before.
Well, I'm not disagreeing, but I'm just saying
he worked hard, not 2 points.
I'm saying as well that he done took somebody's spot that's supposed to been there. And come on, man, you done been in there.
No, I'm telling you, you're giving people too much credit. I just gave you the scenario. You telling me Joe Smith that has been in your program for 3 years, and then now you got a Mr. Basketball candidate comes over and is going to take Joe Smith's spot. You telling me outside of Joe Smith's parents, you got everybody else been coming to watch. They worried about wins. You think they care about that?
Yeah.
The other parents, so they're like, what you gonna do to my son if I put him in your program? He good. He been working with you since 8th grade, and you know how the parents get. Yeah. But I'm just saying.
I do know how they get. I know.
That's why he said you leaving the parents out completely. You ain't putting the parents involved. This is about.
They're gonna be complaining. They're gonna go to the commissioner. They're gonna make it. You know how that go, man.
If you winning, they can't say nothing, right? That's what
you
you
went
think.
Okay,
to,
here,
you went
that's
to a
how I go.
small,
Here,
you went to a
I'm a-
small community, and then you bring all these.
So again, okay. So
Say what
here,
you
let me
wanna say.
let me paint the clear
Okay,
picture.
we're
Let me
gonna
paint it all the way too
paint
for
it.
you. Okay. So hey, I got Jimmy over here.
Okay,
Jimmy
yeah.
can go.
We
I
want
got
Jimmy
Rick
on the
over here.
team now.
Rick can go. They all been in the program. Hey, we on the verge of a state championship team.
Okay.
We need that
We
one
done
extra
brought
piece.
in, like I said, Mr. Basketball candidate. So
I want Mr. Basketball Kennedy. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying it's
I'm
gonna
telling
be.
you from a parent. So you telling me all them other kids' parents, because I've heard parents say, I don't even know why he playing that dude. Man, he need to be playing. They need somebody need to be in that dude's spot. He just playing him because he a senior. He just playing
Yeah.
him because he
Yeah.
been in this program.
They gonna talk anyways, is what you saying.
That-
The
there-
parents
that-
gonna
that's
talk
true.
anyway.
But the guys that are in it, back to again your original point, people leaving their
Yeah.
programs, going to super
Yeah.
teams. That's what. Hey, we
That's
got a
what it
super
is.
team right in my
Right.
backyard. So you telling me I'm gonna
Right.
be mad because you ain't playing the best players? No, them parents gonna be right there singing your praises.
Because we winning.
Correct.
Oh, okay. So you don't think they care about their son not playing?
Only that person whose kid that is. Them
Oh,
other
okay.
people ain't. That dude, they tell you he ain't
They're
supposed
like,
to be out
man,
there
he
no
was
way.
next,
Man, I done
man.
heard all kind of cruel colors.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I'm a loyal
Okay.
guy.
That's
Yeah.
And
good.
you're right.
Man.
You loyal to your kids, but to think that some parents who worried about getting some wins is gonna be like, I don't know why,
Yeah.
why he brought that dude in. He ain't no.
Until
man.
he see what he could do.
Correct. He
Yeah,
going
yeah.
to work.
And
Shoot.
once again, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just being the other side of this argument because we do have that going on even today.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
as
No
far
question.
as
So as a,
that's-
I'll keep finish, man.
I
Oh, now he want to finish, man. No, I'm just saying. So as a coach, this is just like a little random thought that I had. Are you provoking that kid to say, "Hey, man, he coming for your spot"? Like to provoke him to work harder? Are you evoking the competitiveness behind that, or are you not saying nothing? You just like, I brought another point guard in just in case.
it's okay.
No, I was just gonna say. I mean, honestly, here's the reality of it.
Yeah.
Okay, did you recruit a kid? You brought him in, and he get ready to take somebody's spot, or a kid moved in? Think about it. Kid moved in.
No, that ain't
Legit,
have nothing to
everything
do with
legitimate.
you.
Ain't got it now. Again, you got to fight your spot. Dang,
Yeah.
tough to be you. You right. You was slated, but
It's
then
a
this mug
difference.
moved in here. They'd have moved down from somewhere.
Yeah.
You know.
I think that's a different scenario.
That is
So-
definitely a different scenario.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And also being a part of a program, seeing it happen in real life. As far as some of our kids moved from a program with us not recruiting them, they just
Came.
for whatever reason got into our program, and they moved some spots. They moved some people out.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a happy moment, but
Yeah.
the
Because
success.
again, I go back to everything that you said. You started this whole conversation talking about
Competitive.
competitiveness. So therefore, this kid
Here to
move in. He
compete,
at
man.
school from day one. He go through conditioning, off-season workout, and everything. You think my man, that the kid who you gave that's been in the program for 3 years, he's entitled to that spot, or does he have to work and compete for that spot?
You're right. That's what I was talking about. The competitiveness has went
That's-
down. So
yeah.
that functions
So
on how they.
is that from the coach's point as far as not being competitive to being loyalty to that person? You understand what
Yeah,
but
no,
you
I see
still
what you're
taking
saying.
that. You still taking that person.
I don't think that you not being loyal. Like I'm going back to what Jay said. Like I think that you are being loyal because you still kept him on your team. You didn't kick him off your team. You still being loyal to him, and you giving him the chance to prove himself. Prove you better than him. I start you if you can prove you better than. But he just nice. You can't prove that you better than him, and you don't got that chip on your
So
shoulder.
so the chip.
Yeah, if you ain't got that chip on your shoulder to be like, oh, I'm a show coach, I'm better than him, so I can get this starting spot. Been here longer. You ain't about to come in my house. They don't got that. They got that. Oh, he better. He Mr. Basketball. I guess I better transfer somewhere else. Like maybe I can play over there. Like
Yeah, I ain't gonna say they ain't got it because there are some. I done seen the scenarios
Okay.
where buds say, "Yeah, you can bring in who you want. You ain't getting my
Right,
spot."
right,
So
right.
there are some dogs out there. I ain't gonna paint it with a broad brush.
okay,
But there are some. You're right that may cave in that scenario.
make you soft and timid at that.
Correct.
moment.
And I think in that scenario too. I mean, as a coach, you're right. The only thing you can do is provide somebody the opportunity. That kid earns the benefit of the doubt to get to prove himself.
Yeah.
You're right. You prove yourself, then it's yours.
Yeah.
So
We got questions. Okay.
so in a college. Go ahead.
We got a question. Coach Smiley out there at TV Land. What's up?
Okay.
Hey,
Scott.
Coach.
Hey, question is, great question. Can competitiveness be taught?
That was one of
That
the
was
questions.
one of
That
the-
literally was one of the
Yeah.
questions.
Great coach. Great question, Coach. I'm gonna say flat out, yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say yeah too.
Because that's what we do as the AAU level. When we training, when we just
To a certain extent though, like you can teach competitiveness to a certain extent. Like you can't pull everything out of them. So I'm saying yes because I feel like.
I disagree with that. But go ahead.
Hey,
Oh, okay.
No, go
So
ahead.
you
Go
had
ahead.
some scenarios or
Go
situations
ahead.
that
Oh,
hold on. You said yeah. You said it can be taught, and she agreed. Said yeah. So
to a certain extent.
okay.
To a
Because I was gonna say and the reason I think he asked you, you're right. It's tough. Competitiveness is up in you. You can. I mean, there's different stuff you can do and try to bring it about. But think about it. There's a lot of guys that, talk about, man, if he just was a little bit meaner and this, that, the other, whatever you
Do that
try,
mean he not competitive?
They demeanor, yeah, competitive. If I'm willing to, guys is competitive. If it's a loose ball, I'm gonna do everything I can not to let you get it.
Okay.
If I'm a laid back, my demeanor, I'm cool with it. Hey, you might hit me a little
he
bit,
got
and
it.
I'm gonna I'm going, but that competitiveness, it's funny. I was just talking to somebody the other day. I talked about competitiveness. I never realized, till you get around other people, you be at different people's families, and you might be playing cards or playing a backyard game, and be like, man, like, hey, you ready? Like, hey, you want to win that bad?
Yeah.
I'm looking like, what? Don't you? I thought everybody act like that,
right.
but everybody
True.
doesn't act like that. So as a coach, though, to y'all point, you got to put them in scenarios where you're trying to teach them, you're trying to train them. I think it's taught at an early age. Young kids, if you can get a hold of them and you teach them, each and every possession counts when you do this. We're not just going through the motions. We're playing with a purpose. But that's where it starts. But when you start getting kids at the high school level, and now you talking, it's
They be
like
quitting,
they
man.
just
Well, I mean, once again, because this is on what I've seen is we teach competitiveness.
Okay.
At an early age,
Do
even
drills.
when you got a kid coming into your program who never played the game before, that you got to teach him from the fundamentals and everything, and then you're putting the competitiveness in. So.
And I'll tell you this too, it starts, at home. You think about, hey, certain kids with certain backgrounds, hey, we competing for a lot of things.
Yeah.
Hey, whether it's to eat, whether it's just, hey, walking down my block, I got to compete. Or whether it's in my home, I got brothers, that I'm out there scrapping. You get some kids who grew up, you a single child, and you
ain't
live
got
somewhere, you just chilling. You don't understand that.
True.
But again, it's a lot of things that go into that competitiveness, carries over whether you're in that court, that field, wherever. So yeah.
No, I think that's a beautiful question. First of all, to some of you young people out there that think you don't have competitiveness in you, that you can get that. Somebody's going to get it out of you. You just got to give them an opportunity to let them teach you. I think it's a teaching
Through drills or whatever case scenario.
Do y'all think this? I got a question for you. Do you think does AAU hinder some of that competitiveness?
What do you
Because I'm going to elaborate.
Okay.
He knows we grew up playing in the park. You go out there at game to 12, you lose.
You're done.
You might not get back on for the rest of the day. You know what mugs out there doing? Competing, going hard as a mug, not to get off that court.
mean? Man.
They don't even go to the park no
I
more.
play in my game. I mean, there's some guys, and again, like I said, I'm not painting everybody a broad brush, but there's guys that go out there again. I lose this game, but big deal.
We play
I play at
again
12.
True.
Again, I got 2 more games.
Yeah.
So again,
Somebody
you
gonna
got-
see me. Look, they got all these chances
so
to make
It's
it
really
right.
not about being seen. It's just about just being out there.
being out there. I got
know,
another
Getting
game.
a chance to play.
Don't even care about.
I don't gotta compete because I know I'm gonna play again.
Well, that too, but like Jay saying, we was competing for pride. We wasn't letting you be better than me,
They don't got
or we wasn't letting your group be better than. We'll go to different parks and take over their park,
Yeah.
if they allow it.
I think they still got pride, but they handle it different. Like if we get blown out by every team, I'm just gonna go play for another team.
But for
That's quitting.
That's their pride. That's where they pride at. This team not good. They don't got that.
Well, see, once again, I'm gonna go back. That's coaching.
That's what's taught at coaching. Okay.
Because you teach kids. You're supposed to teach kids about what do you do to better yourself. What did you do? What can you learn from this loss?
That's good. That's good.
Or numerous losses.
Right.
Yeah. But again, y'all in team sports. I mean, I'll take it again too to our society. But yeah, track anything, an individual basis. There's kids. You go to a basketball game, and a guy make a move on somebody. Oh man, he gave it to you. Mm-hmm. Oh man, I wasn't playing no D.
Right.
What? That joke? But in their mind, if I try my hardest and he beat me, I have no out.
Right.
Same thing I mentioned on this show way back when in track. I went to a track meet to go watch a kid that had been drilling everybody. This kid got out. Hey, he saw he wasn't gonna win. He pulled up, fake like he was hurt.
Yeah.
I was like, what? And then again, say, oh yeah, man. Hey, I see him later. Same deal. It's man. I wasn't even. I'm waiting. I wasn't even trying my best.
Yeah.
Huh?
Afraid
but again,
to lose,
that's
man.
competing, and that's You show me up. These young people nowadays, again, it's scared. They don't want to deal with that adversity. It's all right to have that L. Yeah, you got me. You got me this time, but I'm gonna get you that next time. Come down, put that work in.
Yeah.
Or that guy who ain't as talented skill wise. Still, you better bring your lunch back because you gonna get me today.
Yeah.
That mentality.
And that's come from the coaches or who?
No, that's come from that's from within the kid.
You can't coach that.
But you can teach it though.
Okay.
You can teach it.
I keep saying you could teach it
that.
because we have and
It's okay that we lost, y'all.
no, it ain't okay.
Okay. I don't know what y'all trying to say here, man.
No,
okay.
But we're gonna learn from it.
Okay, that part. I got you.
It's always a learning scenario out there to a win or a loss. We don't won games and we should have blew them out. Only win by one.
Yeah,
that's why it's crucial to have them speeches after the game, man.
Correct.
With your team or whatever.
Oh yeah.
But that's what I think. The coach's point is, we talk. If your team go out there and like we said, until you compete, give it your all.
Yeah.
You playing hard and you lose.
We good.
Hey,
they better than us.
They better than us.
Yeah.
We gotta work hard.
Versus like I talked about, you don't give it your all. You out there, you kind of borderline scared, moving back and talk about, I did this. I had to make a whole bunch of excuses. Yeah. No, you're not cool with that.
And I'm with you on that, Jay. It's like we just gotta continue to install in our kids how to be competitive, how to work hard, and how to learn to deal with diversity.
That part, dealing with diversity is hard when you're not taught that at home.
You're not taught it at home.
And you know what? And I'll go full circle because you say teaching competitiveness, and I guess it is learned because, like I said, coming up, playing at the park, you competing because you don't want to get off that court. You might be done for the rest of the day. The other part back in the day, which they don't do, we used to play 21. Yeah. 21 is every man for himself.
Yeah,
and you out there and you compete and they can beat you down and everything. That builds strength. I mean, that's making you as competitive as can be. You out there just battling. But again, I tell you, our society now, nobody plays 21.
They don't even know what 21 is, man.
They
gotta ask the kid that.
Trainers.
That's why.
They don't even go to the park.
Parks is
personal trainer. That ain't competitive.
He
passing you the ball.
Correct. He's going against a cone. That's what they said. NBA said that's what they call certain players. They can't play no defense. They call them cones.
Oh,
cone don't hit back. Cone don't move.
That's what they used to, man.
Yeah. I love this conversation because it's teaching our young people to understand that there's a lot of different scenarios. That you could better yourself. As long as you give the opportunity to learn, be taught.
Our young coaches too. I hope y'all out there listening, like young coaches, like taking this in. Like you can teach the competitiveness. Yeah. Like don't allow your kids to give up and quit and things like that.
You put some value into your scrimmage because that's the other way. You think about it. You're not just out there. Like when you do stuff, You know, war games.
Yeah.
Shell drill.
Yeah.
Best out of 5.
That's
the
competitive
losers
drills. I used to
run.
love them drills,
Yeah.
man.
So I
Yeah.
mean, you know, it's stuff like that one-on-one drills,
Man.
things of that nature. You kind of created. So
Yeah.
there you are, East Scott.
So we're gonna get ready to get out of here, but do you guys got anything that we could?
Man, I hear y'all playing Wayne again, man. Let's broadcast
I would not
that.
have any conversation about what goes on. Yeah,
Let's just broadcast
with our team
to go out to the game. I just want y'all to support Fort Wayne locally.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a big game tomorrow, you know.
Just come out and see the game.
Yeah,
and,
just come out
and be
active in the community, you know.
be supportive. You know, 'cause
Yeah.
that's one of the things
Bring that crowd back.
that has been missing.
Yeah.
It's the support, and I understand why you made that comment about there's not a lot of
Energy
in the
in the stands. I don't feel hype. You used to be like when they shoot the free throw, the room shaking. And that's what I miss, man.
Yeah, but and y'all hit on something though too. The fact that we got a sectional right here in our city, in the city, which we always complain. They send us all over these little towns. So now here we are. Have a host sectional site right here in Fort Wayne. So definitely,
nice,
come out.
Please come on out and support our youth in general. Hey, I just want to give a good quote for you to think about. You have to believe in yourself before somebody believe in you. So think about that and hope it works for you.